Get ready because in 2026, Formula One is hitting the reset button like never before. This isn't just a minor tweak to the rules. We are talking about a full-blown revolution. We're about to see brand new teams, completely redesigned cars, and a set of rules that could change absolutely everything. So let's dive in and break down what's coming our way. Seriously, everything you think you know about the current pecking order, just throw it out the window. 2026 is a hard reset for the entire sport. It's designed to wipe the slate completely clean, and with it comes the very real possibility of a massive shakeup. For everyone involved, from the teams to the fans, this is one thrilling leap into the unknown. All right, so just how big of a deal is this reset? Well, it's massive. We're talking about a total technical overhaul that hits the two biggest parts of the car, the aerodynamics and the engines, at the exact same time. To really get a sense of how huge this is, let's put it in perspective. Back in 2014, F1 introduced the new hybrid engines. That was a big deal. Then in 2022, they brought in a whole new aero philosophy, also a huge deal. But here's the key, they did them separately. For 2026, they're changing both, all at once. That incredible level of complexity is exactly what could shuffle the entire grid. Okay, let's get to the good stuff, the cars themselves. What are these new machines actually going to be like? Well, they're going to look, feel, and drive in a fundamentally different way. The big keywords here are lighter, smaller, and way more agile. The whole point is to get these cars dancing around the track again. We're talking about nimble, responsive machines that can follow each other nose to tail, which, as we all know, should lead to what we all want to see, more epic battles on track. Now, at the heart of these new cars is the power unit, and things are getting pretty wild. Check this out, a perfect 50-50 split. Half the power will come from the internal combustion engine, and the other half will come from pure electrical energy. That is a massive jump in electric power, pushing hybrid tech to its absolute limit. Overtaking is getting a serious upgrade too. You know, DRS, right? That flap on the back wing that opens up? Well, it's evolving into something much, much cooler. Active aerodynamics. We're not just talking about the rear wing anymore. Now, the front and the rear wings will have movable elements. The car will basically shapeshift, tucking in on the straights for insane speed and then flaring out for maximum grip in the corners. It's going to be incredible to watch. And what's powering these beasts? Well, the fuel is going fully sustainable. We're talking advanced e-fuels that burn no new fossil carbon. Not only is this a huge step for the sport's green credentials, but the tech they develop here could literally end up in the cars that we drive every day. So we've got new cars and new rules, but that's not all. We're also getting some new heavyweight contenders stepping into the ring. First up, from the USA, it's Cadillac. A true American icon, a name everyone knows, is finally making its debut in Formula One. They are not messing around either. They're building a whole new team from the ground up, and you can bet their ambitions are sky high. And joining them is another giant, Audi. And get this, the German powerhouse isn't just slapping their name on an engine. Nope. They are going all in, taking over the Sauber team 100% to create a full-on factory works team. They'll be controlling everything, from the chassis to the power unit. And if you think Audi is just showing up for fun, think again. These guys are winners, period. They've dominated in World Rally, they've won the legendary 24 Hours of Le Mans an insane 13 times, and they've even conquered the grueling Dakar Rally. Formula One is the next mountain they plan to climb. And they're not shy about their goals either. They've said it loud and clear. They are aiming to win a championship by 2030. That's not just talk, that's a statement of intent. They are here to win, and that kind of commitment is going to send shockwaves through the paddock. Okay, so we have the cars, we have the teams, but who's going to be driving them? Let's look at the human element of this new era. Cadillac is playing it smart for its debut, going for a lineup they're calling Fire and Ice. On one side, you've got Sergio Checo Perez, the ultimate street fighter, a guy who just never, ever gives up. And on the other, Valtteri Bottas, cool as a cucumber with that blistering one-lap speed we all know he has. What a fascinating pairing for a new team. Audi is going for a different vibe, a mix of seasoned veteran and rising star. You've got the Hulk, Nico Hülkenberg, a huge fan favorite who's driving better than ever. And then there's the exciting rookie, Gabriel Bortoleto, a super talented Brazilian who is already proving he belongs by consistently scoring points. That is a really interesting comp. Now look at this number, 25. What could that be? Well, that's how many world championships have been won by cars designed by the legend himself, Adrian Newey. And for 2026, he's making a huge move to Aston Martin as team principal. The entire paddock is holding its breath to see what kind of magic he cooks up for these new rules. And of course, don't you forget the big guns. We've got Lando Norris trying to defend his very first world title with McLaren. You've got Max Verstappen, the four-time champ, who you can just never rule out. And then there are the absolute legends, Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso, still racing, still hungry, and ready to prove they've still got it. So you put all of this together, new cars, new engines, new teams, legendary figures in new places, and what do you get? The great unknown. Honestly, nobody, and I mean nobody, knows what's going to happen. And you know what? That's what's so exciting about it. We've seen this before. Remember the fairy tale of Braun GP in 2009? They came out of nowhere to win the whole thing. Or Mercedes in 2014, when they just nailed the new engine rules and started a dynasty. These huge rule changes are when F1 history gets made. So the storylines for 2026 are just incredible. Are these new cars really going to give us better, more exciting racing? Can these new titans, Audi and Cadillac, actually take the fight to the establishment? And maybe the most important question of all, who is going to figure these new rules out first? In 2026, reputation means nothing. Past victories mean nothing. Every single team and every single driver is starting from square one. It's a level playing field that we haven't seen in a generation. So I'll leave you with this to think about. When the dust settles on this brand new era, who is going to be the next legend of Formula One?